We got a bunch of scumbag roofers to thank for this one. You know the objection on a storm damaged roof when a homeowner immediately says this because they don't want to even have a conversation with you. They say, "You're ripping my insurance company off." Now this is pretty much the identical quote unquote objection is "I'm not interested," but sometimes we don't get this at the door. It's the most common place. You're right at the door. "You're just out here ripping my insurance company off." But it occasionally comes up if we didn't explain supplements well enough or explain the process to homeowners and things aren't going quite as smooth and we have to supplement. There's some pushback with the insurance, and you know how sometimes a little birdie in the insurance carrier gets into the homeowner's ear and says, "I found 4 other contractors who'd be willing to do it for this and your guy is too expensive." You know what I'm talking about? It's the worst. So this video, we're gonna just take a little step outside the norm, and I wanna give you 3 key talking points to help communicate and have a real conversation with a homeowner who's giving you this rejection, which is "You're just ripping my insurance company off." Now, the reason it is so important for you to learn this objection is because if you don't, who truly wins in this scenario? The insurance company. And who loses? Your customer, soon to be or could have been customer, ends up feeling like, you know what? I'm not going to file a claim, so they don't do it. They don't get the work done, and they're the ones that really lose out, especially if the roof is older, needs to be replaced, or again, matter of fact, they're going to have to replace it in a shorter time window than they expected to when they got a new roof, because storm damage shortens the lifespan of the roof. So in this video, we're going to learn how to really connect with our homeowners and cut through the little story in their mind that every contractor's a sleazeball. And friend, we are indeed fighting an uphill battle because we have insurance companies. We saw this in Florida, literally sending letters to homeowners with blanket accusations saying that all contractors who show up at your house are providing fraudulent services. They're damaging roofs, so it gets approved. And the news, the media picks this stuff up. So we really need to rally together and be a light for our industry and communicate clearly so our homeowners can truly get the service that they signed up for with their insurance company. So let's get to it. Hey, welcome back. My name is Adam Bensman, the Roof Strategist. Everything I do here on my channel is designed to help you and your team smash your income goal and give every customer an amazing experience. And I've had the opportunity to serve many, many, many thousands of roofing sales reps just like you overcome the same sales challenges that you're probably facing, like this kind of rejection at the door. So if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell, and let's get you set up with my freebie. It's my Pitch Like a Pro Roofing Sales Training video library. All the videos I've ever done, organized by category. You can see what folks have to say about it. And it's yours 100% free. There's also a link in the video or podcast description, or you can just go to roofstrategist.com, enter your email, go check your inbox. I'm going to send you a link to get the most up-to-date version because we do update it every couple of weeks. All right. You're ripping my insurance company off. Here's what I promised to you. I promised to give you 3 talking tracks, 3 key points to help a homeowner see the light of day, that you're not, in fact, ripping the insurance company off. And let's get started with point number 1. The truth of the matter is that insurance is a service contract. Now, many people overlook the fact that that's what a policy is a service contract. When a homeowner is buying insurance, they're buying a service. So, Mr. Homeowner, you know, I know it may seem like someone's trying to rip you off, but ultimately, my sole mission is to help you get what you deserve under the contractual details on this service agreement, so to speak. And it's rewiring how homeowners think about the process. Now, we have to have a little disclaimer because we have to be mindful of UPPA laws. That stands for the Unlicensed Practice of Public Adjusting. We cannot discuss coverage or policy details with homeowners by law. I'm not concerned if you agree or not. I'm just telling you what the law is. I personally think it's a whole bunch of garbage, but I don't write the laws and we just need to comply with them. So I can't sit there and explain to a homeowner that I can help get them covered, but I can help talk to a homeowner and say, hey, listen, I've worked with a lot of folks who've had this same concern. And they say, hey, you're just ripping my insurance company off. And it's not until we start talking through what their real barrier, what their concern is, because yes, there are slimeball contractors out there, but Mr. Homeowner, an insurance policy or an insurance coverage is a service contract. And this is point one. We have to go a little deeper, which we're about to in points 2 and 3. But what that means, Mr. Homeowner, is you're buying a service to keep your home protected. My mission being here is to help identify whether or not there is enough or severity of damage to warrant even having a conversation about how to get this damage taken care of. And it's no obligation. One of two outcomes will come up. Number one, I hop up there, take a look, and everything's fine, and you have a clean bill of health, and you don't owe me a penny. And if we do find any damage, I'm going to document it with photos and videos. And when I get down off the roof, we're going to look through it together so you'll see it with your own eyes, and then you be the judge. All right, so that's just an example, again, bringing back what we're going to do in regards to this service contract that they're buying a service. All right, number 2, when homeowners say you're ripping my insurance company off, let's take a break from role play and just talk about the facts. When was the last time you heard of an insurance company voluntarily paying more than they needed to? I'd like to hear the story. Oh, wait, yeah, that doesn't happen. So what we want to do is communicate to a homeowner to help them come to this realization without being rude. Say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Homeowner, I understand that it may feel like someone's trying to prey on the insurance company, but I want to ask you a question, and please bear with me. But when was the last time your insurance company paid more than was justified to pay, whether it was health insurance, car insurance, or home insurance? And they're going to say what? Well, it never happened. And say that's because it doesn't. We can't ever get an insurance company to pay more than what's justified. And in fact, working with us, what we do is we make sure that everything is documented, all the damage is documented for appropriately, and actually put into the software that the insurance company uses to create their quote unquote estimates. So, and by the way, if you're doing that, if you're doing more of a retail side, you simply want to break down the objectivity and communicating the justification and reasoning to get that roof repaired in such a manner, following manufacturer's recommendations and following the code items that are required to install a roof on your home today. And when we outline all of that, it is completely black and white. So again, what I ask is, when was the last time? Now, I want to just pause here on this note. So when was the last time that your insurance company paid more than that they felt was justified? That's key language, that they felt was justified, whether it's health insurance, car insurance, or home insurance. And they're going to say, well, they haven't. And that's when we lean on, hey, that's because the only way that anyone gets compensated is when things are justified, meaning they're actually done. So that there is a really powerful way for them to see, oh yeah, you're right, that just doesn't happen. So we can't get paid on things that aren't justified. And the only way it's justified is if it's brought up to code or manufacturer's requirements for your safety, and because that's what you're paying for in your service contract with your carrier. All right, and that's going to bring me to point number 3. Which is Mr. or Mrs. Homeowner. And the last thing is, your deductible is agreed upon between you and your insurance carrier. And that's what I call a contractual agreement between you and them, and I'm removed. So the reason I position it that way, your deductible is a contractual agreement between you and the insurance carrier. I have nothing to do with it. And it, again, strengthens the fact that we are going to get paid the deductible. But the way that works is similar to a copay. Now, imagine that you had a $5,000 copay, and you went in for a major surgery on your knee, and it was a $25,000 operation. Now, if the surgeon got in there and then all of a sudden found a bunch more stuff that needed to get done, and the MCL that he didn't expect was bad had to get done, and it added on $7,000, that's a $32,000 surgery. And what does the surgeon do? He justifies, here's the photo evidence and what we needed and why we needed to do it, and then the insurance company will cover the additional amount on the surgery. But they have to do it if it's justified. That's the only way, right? Now, Mr. Homeowner, if you have a $5,000 copay and it went up to $32,000, what do you owe? Just the $5,000, right? And same thing, if you get in there on the knee surgery and you find out that the MCL is not so bad and they could do less of a procedure than anticipated, and it comes up to $15,000, Mr. Homeowner, what's your contribution? It's still the $5,000. So I want you to know that through working with us, one, we're helping you because you're simply paying for a service contract. That's what insurance is. Number two, we make sure when we do serve you that everything, all the work we do is 100% justified and a requirement to get your roof put back in the condition it was before the storm and brought up to current code. And we use a black and white software in the same language as the insurance carrier, so there's really no physical possible way for us to get paid or take advantage or rip someone off. And then number three, remember that your contribution is simply your deductible, whether it's more or less. And that's why it's so important for us when we help homeowners is to first identify whether or not there's a severity of damage and then guide you through the next steps in getting that damage repaired, whether you work with me or someone else. And there you have it, my friends. The calm and casual way to help have a real and a meaningful and engaging conversation with homeowners to get them over the edge when I say over the edge, I mean off the fence, right? When they're really feeling like you're preying on their insurance company. And be compassionate with them, because the reason they feel that way is they heard a horror story from a neighbor maybe who hired some skis bag roofer who is trying to supplement for all these things and not communicating clearly with the homeowner. And all of a sudden those bad stories trickle down. Then you have the news, and then you have the insurance companies. So just be compassionate and realize that they're just trying to do the right thing for themselves, and guide them through these 3 steps. And you should be able to break through and hopefully bring in some more business, but most importantly, truly serve that customer to help them get the service that they've been paying for in the service contract. So there you have it. And listen, I'm eager to hear your feedback. Have you tried anything outside of this to get homeowners off the fence when they say, you're ripping my insurance company off? If you've got a magic phrase or a way to handle this, drop a comment in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. And that's what makes this whole community so rich. So hey, thanks for joining me in today's video. And just because our time here is about to wrap up doesn't mean your and my time needs to. So if you haven't done it, pop over here, download a free copy of my Pitch Like a Pro Roofing Sales Training video library. And once you're in there, I think you're going to really like the objections playlist. I got a ton. It's actually the bulkiest section in there. So download it, go check your inbox for the link, and then jump into that objection section. And if you want to hang with me here on YouTube, YouTube thinks you're really going to love this one. We'll see you soon.